All right, this is a good one. And it's not really breaking news because it came out about a week ago, but it's worth talking about now because a lot of people missed it. So on January 7th, the CFPB officially filed a lawsuit against one of the largest consumer credit reporting agencies in the country, which is Experian. And the reason they did this, what the allegations are, essentially we'll walk through. Number one is they failed to conduct legitimate investigations on disputes, allegedly using poor intake procedures, and didn't pass on all relevant dispute information to the creditors, which means that even when a consumer did provide deletion letters, proof of payment, and other valid evidence, Experian failed to complete thorough investigations. Now, the result is inaccurate information remained on the credit reports, right? And they also allowed inaccurate information to be re-reported. So what was happening was consumers would win a dispute and had the item deleted. Then Experian reportedly didn't have adequate procedures to prevent somebody from re-reporting that same account by a different creditor. Now, meanwhile, other credit bureaus had safeguards that prevented this. That's why there's 3 different bureaus with 3 different credit scores, right? Some of the additional charges that happened were they are suing Experian on 9 counts of Fair Credit Reporting Act violations and 4 counts of the CFPA violations, which include failing to delete inaccurate and complete information, ignoring procedures designed to ensure maximum accuracy, failing to notify consumers of investigation results properly, distorting or mischaracterizing the disputes, and relying solely on the creditors, even when there's evidence of the creditor's unreliability. So basically, if the creditor says it's fact, they're going to believe that versus the consumer. Now, there's always more to the story, though, that I want to point out. One of the things that happens is some of the challenges that Experian and the bureaus face in general stem from the actions of certain credit repair companies, because a common tactic that is used is these companies often flood the credit bureaus with frivolous disputes in an attempt to overwhelm the system and get legitimate negative items removed. Now, this practice, while designed to benefit their clients, can bog down the process and make it harder for Experian to identify and act on valid disputes. There are companies that literally that's their whole tactic, trying to say, I can get your bankruptcy removed even if it's real by just flooding the system. Now, that is fraud and it is a felony, and it is highly unrecommended that you partake in actions with a client or an entity or service like that, but it does exist, and that's part of what ended up resulting in this lawsuit. Now, it doesn't excuse Experian's actions or the lack thereof in this case, but it does add another layer to understanding why these issues persist. And the bottom line is the CFPB is accusing Experian of failing to protect consumers during the dispute process by having them guilty until proven innocent. And that is violating laws, leaving inaccurate information on reports and allowing deleted items to resurface, and even ignoring some of the disputes altogether. Now, at the same time, these tactics of certain credit repair companies have likely exacerbated these issues and made it more difficult. Now, it's well known how damaging negative credit report information can be, and it doesn't just impact someone's ability to buy a house, which is my world. It also affects employment opportunities, car insurance rates, interest rates, housing, and the list goes on. Bottom line, in my world, I feel like the higher your credit score is in the United States, the cheaper life is. The more of your money you get to keep, which is our ultimate goal. So the reality is if you have questions on these things, the CFPB's goal is to fix the systemic issues and make Experian follow the rules designed to protect consumers. And for us, our job is to advocate for and protect our clients every step of the way. Now, if you want free help with your credit, especially if you're thinking about buying a house, go to Ficonomics.com. And when you go to that website, you're going to get, it gives you basically a whole different system on looking for a home, if you've hit a roadblock, if you're planning for a future purchase, even if you've recently purchased a house. It's kind of a catch-all that goes through a lot of different things. But one of the things it has on here, which is good, and it's free, something that I pay for my clients, is a credit building roadmap where we can create a personalized plan to improve your credit score over the long term. Ultimately, the higher your credit score is, the more money of yours you get to keep. the cheaper life is, the lower your expenses are altogether. So definitely something I would consider looking into if I was you, in order to help you get on the path to wealth creation and affluentology. That's it. Thanks so much for listening. I'll talk to you soon.